Okay, it's going to say three,
Bless
two,
you.
one. Hey, Hines.
Hi.
We are now live. Don't know how many of y'all have joined yet. Let's see. I'm going to type, we are here. Okay. Can y'all hear us? I don't know. I can't tell. It's been so long since we've done this. I can't. Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Deborah. Bo. Oh, hon. Teresa. I know Dawn and Grady and Darianne were waiting. Hey, Dawn. Carol Beth. Say hey to Grady and Darianne. Hey, Grady boy. Hey, Darianne. Hey, darling. It is so good to hear from y'all. And Carol Beth, you had a couple of questions. We were going to let Carol Beth do with me first. FATMAN's cleaning up the kitchen, and we'll get into some of y'all's questions for him when he gets done. Hey, Laura, we're on the little love seat thing, and so only two of us can fit at a time without really being squished. So, Carol Beth, they were wanting to know how you handled, and I'm holding her hand, so I won't start crying. Don't start crying. How you handled Mama being in the hospital.
Scared.
You were scared, yeah. Hey, Tammy, it's good to see you too, hon. But you did amazing. I am so proud of you. Y'all, this girl, hey, sister, this girl amazed me. And even once I got home, she is still amazing me of how helpful she is, how independent she is, how she, tell them one thing that you did that was miraculous to your dad and me. Once he told me.
What?
About your medicine while I was.
Yeah, I called it in myself.
She called in her prescription herself. And then what did you do to your dad?
I texted him, asked him if he could pick it up for me.
He told me once I got off the ventilator and came to, he's like, let me tell you what that stinker did. He told me, he said, did you know she knew how to call in her meds? And I'm like, He's like, yes, she did. And then she texted me. John said, great job, Carol Beth. Yeah. He told me, he said, she texted me and let me know to pick them up. He said, how in the world does she know how to text? And I'm like, I don't know. How did you know how to do it?
I messaged him on Messenger.
Oh, she did it on Messenger. And I found out she had been keeping up with a lot of y'all. Yes, way to go, Carol Beth. I found out she had been talking to a lot of y'all of updates and wanting to know if y'all thought I would be okay. Is that what you asked them?
Yeah.
I know that you kept messaging my cousin Beth. Yes, Carol Beth, you helped keep this family together. You sure did.
Yeah.
Yes, she really did. And she has been making me lunch every day during the week. Yeah. And been taking puppies out. So, and checking on the mail. Yes, it was very scary. Yes. Carol Beth, they're saying you were a hero and you did a good job. She did do a good job. Hey, Christy, how you doing, hon?
Yeah, he's right.
That man said she kept him straight. That's a full-time job. That is a full-time job. Girl, let me tell you.
And also Becca.
Now, Becca's been helpful. to a point.
Yeah.
She gets frustrated easy.
Yeah.
I can't control the doctor appointments that they set up for me. I take them when I can get them. We are very proud of Carol Beth, but I take my appointments when I can get them. Like yesterday, I had my treatment, and then after that, I had a urology test to see if I could get shed at the catheter. My speech is still, yeah, I have issues. I've always had issues. We all know that.
Oh,
I'm the biggest issue.
Yeah, that man's going to be here in just a minute. But Brian took me yesterday, and he never lost patience. He never got frustrated. I actually used my walker all day yesterday. I never used my wheelchair. Now, the other day we were gone all day. I had appointments. And a friend from church took me. She's a retired registered nurse. She's actually the one that put one of my catheters in for me. And she had me, the wheelchair, my tall tank with the the handles. Thank you. I was looking for the word. And she managed. And my 1 o'clock appointment, they did not call me back till 2:30. And I was already stressed and tired. And I felt bad for her hanging out with me that long. Thank y'all for all y'all's prayers. Yes, keep praying. And I am getting stronger every day. But
The Lord.
yeah.
he said, thank the Lord. And see, I'm glad y'all all got to know one another through the Facebook page. That's something else I wanted to talk about too. But where was I going? Oh, yeah, she never got frustrated or anything. And I started crying because I felt bad that I was holding her up, that it was later than. And she's like, it's fine. I ain't got nowhere to go. You know, we do what we got to do. It is what it is. Becca took me one day, and it took longer, and she did. She got frustrated. And so, yeah, I know to only use her if I have like short appointments. So, but I still can't drive yet. They said no.
You ain't got no license.
Yeah, my license expired while I was intubated. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, you want to say bye, Carol Beth, so FATMAN can come in?
Yep, bye.
All right. So, but Carol Beth has been an awesome trooper.
Yes.
Yes, we love you.
Yeah.
Mwah. So, you're going to bye.
Bye.
So, FATMAN's going to come in now. Bye, sweet girl.
Bye.
Yeah, Miss Bo said bye. All right. FATMAN's here now.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Oh, Tammy, y'all are just getting over it. Yeah, it is no joke. Your husband's on a walker as well. Yes, it will.
Guys.
I didn't want to get into too much while Carol Beth was in here.
Oh.
But when he, and I had no clue, I had to ask him after I'd been awake for a while,
Yeah.
like for a good while, of how did I get to the hospital? I had no clue. I didn't know if he took me or if the ambulance took me. I just woke up and there I was. And so I found out later he took me, and I'd asked him to take me.
Yeah.
I had no recollection of that whatsoever. I had no clue that one of our outdoor cats had passed away. And that was in July, and I'm the one that found the cat. I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I asked Carol Beth, I'm like, oh, crying happy tears. Yes, Yeah, we've had enough sad tears, girl. Let me tell you.
Tell him about it. Woo.
But yeah, I asked her Beth where the cat was, and she said, "Mama, the cat died." This was our outdoor cat, not Toot. But she said, "You're the one that found him." So, but yeah, somebody had asked the question. I want to say it was Anna Fife, and I haven't seen her name pop up here yet. But she wanted to know how you handled me being in the hospital as far as working, cooking, cleaning, shopping for food, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to let you answer that while I get a sip of water.
You know, handling that was hard. I mean, I had to learn how to bills. I had to learn how to check a checking account. I had to make sure we had money in that checking account. I didn't break us.
Mm-mm. He actually saved money.
I tried, yeah. And it's hard. And, you know, when you ain't computer or cell phone, all that electronic gizmo, I was taught, you know, back the old school way, write a check, keep it on the register. You know, them days probably long gone, but I still know how to do it. You know, and working a full-time job, keeping laundry up. Thank God the girls can, you know, they can do theirs, and you know, I clean the house up, and it was nonstop when I get home. Some of the ladies had brought supper over from the church, and that was wonderful. And I think we all got tired of eating chicken fingers and macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. They told me, he said, "We've got chicken fingers and French fries down to a science." He was buying like the big, huge sacks and boxes of chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura. She signed into Willa's. And yes, good job, FATMAN.
And I could keep rambling.
He would go to work. He would come home and cook supper if Becca had worked. He would clean up the kitchen.
Take the dogs out to walk.
Hospital visiting hours for the ICU. The only time he could make it was
and we couldn't go in the hospital until about after a month that she'd been in the ICU. They wouldn't let the general public in the hospital.
So it was like the 1st of October.
Yeah.
I was there in August.
Baby, the whole month of September, I couldn't get in there.
Yeah, he said he dropped me off. They got me at the door August the 23rd. He did not see me again until like the
1st or 2nd or 3rd of October.
Yeah, he had no clue. Then he would call the nurses daily for updates, but he never set eyes on me. Hey, Eliza. Yeah, he never saw me, and I found out later he saw me on the ventilator.
The first time was on like a Thursday evening. It was a certain time they'd only let you go to ICU.
Yeah, from like 8 to 8:45, I think.
Yeah.
At night, and so he had done worked a full day, come home, done all his stuff, made sure that supper was done, walked dogs, and then he'd be up at the hospital to see me.
Sometimes I didn't walk them dogs till I got home from the hospital.
Yeah. And one night I thought he was coming, and I had no sense of time, and they had no clock in the room. I was trying to come up with a picture that I had posted on my Facebook page. And this will kind of give you...
rambling.
I do. This will kind of give you a sense.
That's similar to what her room looked like.
They said it was this much equipment in my room. Of the vents and the medicines, and the sensors. Yeah. And one of my nurses, Deanne, I remember Deanne, and then Ellie, but
Yeah, I liked Ellie.
Ellie was sweet.
Yeah.
But I thought he was coming, and like I said, I had no sense of time.
No.
And I cried and I cried, and I'm like, he's not coming. He's just not coming. And this was like right after I'd started coming to, and I still wasn't quite all there. Not like I've ever been all there. Let's face it,
This
y'all.
this is before she could get on her phone and
Yeah, and I had my trach.
yeah. And she had just started talking, but you had to really listen because her words were just slurred.
Yeah. To me, I sounded normal. I didn't realize I was slurring or you couldn't, it was just gibberish. I had no clue. I knew what I wanted to say. I am still funny. Yeah, I still have my sense of humor. That I've got to tell y'all one on that here in just a second.
And she don't know this. The last time I actually got to speak with her was the day before our anniversary, September the 1st. Like the next day, either she was so tired or like it was sometime in that time frame they put her, incubated her.
Yeah.
And I thought then that was, that I'm never going to see my darling again, but the Lord looked out for us.
He did. He did. I tell everybody I'm proof God's still in the miracle business. And thank y'all all for all your prayers. Yes. Yes. Yeah, we missed my birthday, our anniversary, his birthday. I found out later Becca actually got him a birthday cake.
Mm-hmm.
And God is so good. Bo, thank you for sending me your son's sermons and Wednesday night Bible studies. They are wonderful. Truly wonderful. They have helped me through some trying times, let me tell you. But once I did come to and get to where I could talk, because they got me off the ventilator once I got to where I know I was still on it when I was like 50%.
Mm-hmm.
And then they finally took me off when I was, 10%? And they had my trach.
The ventilator?
Yeah.
You were still like 40.
Oh, I was still 40.
Yeah.
And then they put it through here.
Yeah. I mean, they was going to let you go down to 30, but I guess they got impatient or you improved that much that they went on and put the trach in, and it was like night and day.
Yeah. And I do remember the doctors, or you told me that I remember hearing it. Anything after 20 days, right?
Yeah. Was most COVID patients after so long a time, they was actually not making it off the ventilator.
Yeah, they had no brainwave activity. They, after 20 days.
And it really after I got to going in there, Brian's going in there, and that's when she started making really improvements.
Yeah, Brian had told me, and I don't remember them coming in there. Brian had said that he got to come to the door. It was like a big glass wall,
Mm-hmm.
and they would open up a sliding part. And he said he stood, they wouldn't let him in the room, but they had to stand outside. And Brian said he could tell. He said it was freaky because you were on that ventilator, but your eyes were open.
Yeah.
And I guess at certain points, they would take my eyes closed.
I don't know about that.
I want to say at night. I don't remember. But it felt like I had adhesive. I still got, That plastic tape was no joke. But he said my eyes would get wider, or I would kind of smile or something.
You was like, had that thing all hooked up, and you was like in a daze out there somewhere. And you would say something, and her eyes, you could tell. And I kept on, honey, if you can hear me, wiggle your toes. And, but you could see her eyes would get a little bit bigger.
So I don't remember hearing them. I did have weird dreams. It was like, I kept seeing my grandma. So, yes, God definitely spared my life. He truly did. But once I finally came to, y'all were talking about at least still have my sense of humor. Once I finally came to, I don't know if I'm always going to be on the oxygen or not. I'm praying I'm not. I'm getting stronger. In fact, I've got a O2 sat thing I can check my levels with. Long as I'm on the oxygen.
And the batteries ain't gone down.
Yeah, I hang around anywhere from like 96 to 100, which is great. I've gotten to where I can use my walker. I can actually get myself up out of my recliner now. I used to have help. I couldn't even sit up once I got home. The physical therapist came and he helped me sit forward in my chair, and he barely did that, and I fell back.
Yeah.
And he's like, they never should have even sent you home.
She gets stronger every day.
I do. And they said,
we're trying to put the beans to this girl. I'm telling you, beans ain't even. Yeah. I
lost about 40 pounds with the feeding tube while I was intubated. Found out they put baby formula through that thing. I'm glad I wasn't awake enough to taste it.
Yeah.
And I found Vanilla Boost. If y'all can get that stuff down, praise to you. The strawberry was good. They never had any chocolate or caramel. And they kept saying they were going to go get me some, and they never did. Mm-hmm. And I thought that first sip of coffee was going to be wonderful. But no.
The thing about COVID, you lose your taste. I mean,
mine was my smell. I kept smelling this awful metal smell.
Yeah.
He said he had a metallic taste. Somebody that said that
2 weeks you did. Man.
Somebody that said that y'all's family had gone through it or still going. Did y'all have the taste issue? I'm trying to remember. We've got so many comments I'm trying to read through now. But yeah, talking about me being funny. Once I kind of come to and I was still in ICU, they still had the thing to my trach. I was trying to like roll over. They were trying to roll me over to put like another pad up underneath me. And because all I had on was a hospital gown. Just a hospital gown, okay? So they're rolling me. And when they rolled me, the hospital gown naturally is kind of opened. And they're like, oh, Miss Roten, you're flashing everybody on the other side. And I'm like, look at them. They're all either ventilated, or if they are awake, I'm giving them probably the best show they've had since they've been here. Hey, maybe I'll make enough in tips. I'll help pay this hospital bill. Flash them again. I'm like, roll me over. Let's give them a forward view.
That's amazing.
And they just died laughing.
You know what's amazing?
What?
I hadn't seen the first bill show up in that mailbox.
We have not. In fact, we did get one from the ER where I had to go like the next day I was discharged.
Miss Foxy.
They took the
Miss Foxy
catheter out, and they didn't make sure that I could go on my own. They just sent me home. I told him they found out Blue Cross wasn't going to pay for nothing. But they sent me home and told me if I had not used the bathroom in 12 to 13 hours, come back through the emergency room and they would recatheterize me.
5 o'clock that morning, I'm loading her up.
I am squalling. It hurts so bad. I
The
mean,
girl hurting. I just don't understand why they send you home without.
they are not supposed to. I've talked to several nurses, and in fact, the urology nurse that did my test said they never, that broke all kinds of rules. But, and we found out later they broke a ton of rules. But anywho, once they recatheterized me, you're only supposed to hold like 300 milliliters of urine. And I had 1,300 milliliters. So I had 1,000 more. She said, if you would have waited any longer, your bladder probably would have bust.
I've been bad.
That would have been awful. I would have gone into septic. So, and with my immune system already tanked. Oh, and somebody had suggested vitamin D. Yes. Don't overdose on it, though. You follow the directions.
Or just go sit in the sunshine.
Yes, sunshine. Sunshine is the best form. But even, yeah, Tammy said food is different and your mind is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, you're terrified of everything and nervous about everything. They have done a study, Tammy. I will send you the link to it. I have extreme. I was already had anxiety. You know, y'all know it. Y'all know my backstory if y'all have been here long enough. If not, you can go and watch the video of how I started my YouTube channel, and that will give you a good sense of. But yes, my anxiety level through the roof. Especially once I first got home, I was panicking over every little thing. I've gotten better, haven't I?
Yeah, you've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot better about it. I still have moments though, or I'll have moments where I'll just cry at the drop of a hat.
We got storm doors on our house, and we got Carol Beth signs out there: wear your mask and wash your hands.
Yeah, use hand sanitizer or stop at the door. But she did that on her own. But yeah, there's an article that they have proven even 3 months, people that had no anxiety issues or no depression issues. Yeah, no one understands unless they've had it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that says that this is a joke or a hoax, we found out that even college kids are having COVID parties. They'll take the ones that have tested positive and they'll drink like soda or alcohol or whatever.
A rough ride.
Yeah, and they'll pass it around. And just because they have a mild case doesn't mean that a friend.
Mine was mild. Hers was the extreme.
Yes, because I already had autoimmune issues.
Yeah.
And they said even healthy college-age kids, some of them are having this severe or even dying from it. So
there was athletes up there at the same time she was, and we don't know if he come out of it or not.
One did, one did not.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, my vein. When I went to the vascular surgeon the other day, he said he had actually got to talk to one of the nurses that took care of me. He's like, well, while she was there, he's like, you're the miracle lady. And that's what they were calling me, was the miracle lady. And he said, out of the 18 that y'all had on ventilators, how many survived? And the nurse was like, 1, the miracle lady. I was the only one out of the 18 at that time that survived. And now the hospital where I was at, they are full capacity. They are shipping them.
You got one on Friend on Facebook, didn't you?
Yes, Deanne. You and your husband, Tammy, is the one that's got it. Y'all were extreme, but your 17-year-old was positive but no symptoms. See that? You
mean you can? I've heard of people doing that. They'll test positive, but ain't sick.
Yeah. They don't even know that they've got it. And it could be a false positive. You could be what's called asymptomatic, where you're positive, you've got it, but you have no symptoms. And like Tammy said, her husband's still having to walk with a walker. You just don't know. So y'all be careful. Oh, I was going to say the vitamin D and zinc, they said they were having good success. I remember once I came to, they were,
And you're gonna love orange juice after.
yes.
We
used to didn't buy orange juice, and now we're
I
doing.
bought them little cuties. I'd eat me 3 or 4 of them a day.
And I told him, I said, I
I'm
need
fat boy.
juice. And so he's been buying juice. Anybody can be a carrier and not know it. That is true. And even the simple little things you do not even think about.
Pumping gas.
Yes, and now they have
Cooler
started.
doors on the store you open, get milk and eggs and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
I never seen nobody cleaning them things.
We did notice yesterday when Brian pumped gas in my car, now they have disposable gloves hanging at the pumps. That was at Mapco.
That's one of the cleaner stations in Montgomery too.
That's what Brian said, let's go there. They had a shooting at another gas station on there. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go there. No.
Montgomery's getting bad.
Montgomery is getting bad, so I'm glad we live on the outskirts. But zinc is a good supplement. He has been on it. I've been taking it. They make like chewables, they make gummies. We need to get some more.
I found that what we've been taking, I found at the drugstore
that we use,
and I hadn't found no more.
Yeah, everybody is starting.
I've been at Walmart, and I'm telling you, them little old ladies on them scooters, they will run over you.
Hey, I might be a little old lady on a scooter.
You're gonna get.
What was your first symptom?
Like a runny nose, sore throat, and your head started to pound.
Don't tell me that. I woke up this morning with a headache. Hey, Shauna. Mine, I don't even remember. He slept a lot. I do remember that. I remember when he first got it because I still did not have it like the first 2 days he had it. I don't think. But I remember he just kept sleeping and sleeping. And he had gone and gotten the test. And he stayed in our room.
For like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. And I finally went. He says I went and got him. Or I stayed in bed. Did I get in bed and stay in bed for a while?
No, you sleeping out here.
Yeah, I was sleeping out here.
And I don't know. I could have touched something in the bathroom.
Bye, Tammy.
You know, it don't. I don't know how you contacted it from me, but I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, that or we got to thinking about, and somebody had said this. I had forgotten. I completely forgot. I had my thyroid taken out. I'd forgotten.
Her immunities were low anyway.
Yeah, August the 14th, I had my thyroid. Well, my right and the middle part of my thyroid taken out. August the 23rd, I went into the hospital. So that wasn't quite the 14 days.
I'll tell you, watching her go through that door and I couldn't follow her, that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt me bad. Because I didn't know I'd ever see her again. I didn't want that to be my last memory.
No.
Yeah. Did you ever tell them about the first night I saw you?
Yes, we discussed that on our first Q&A of how we met.
No. The first night I see you.
Oh, in ICU. I don't remember my first night in ICU.
The first night I saw you in ICU. what the nurse said.
Oh, she had told me, she said, that man loves you so much. She said, he has been here. She said, you don't remember it, but when he first got to come up here, he stood there at that glass and he sobbed like a baby. And he just kept over and over, I'm so sorry. I am so. And they're all like, why are you, sorry? He's like, I gave it to her. And said that he just sat there. Did they give you a chair?
No, you had to stand there.
Yeah, he had to stand there. I didn't know if they finally
I
got
even
you.
went down on my knees and prayed before I left.
So, and she said that right there. And so somebody had asked how long we had been married. 31 years. Yep.
Let me tell you, this girl was out. She missed our anniversary, her birthday. A major hurricane called Sally, and then we had another tropical storm come through here. She ain't no clue about it.
I had no clue. I didn't know we had a hurricane. And then he started telling me, I'm like, what hurricane? It's like Hurricane Sally. It came through and it did some.
It did a little damage. It wasn't
bit.
like this last one.
Yeah, it wasn't like the last hurricane we had, or tropical storm, or whatever it was.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I found out because I was still on the ventilator. The nurses that were on shift had to stay on shift for like 18 hours to make sure the vents kept working. It wasn't safe enough for them to leave and the next shift to come. So they had to stay late.
We got any questions to answer there?
I'm trying to read through as I'm talking. True Love right there said that you need to start handing out speeding tickets to the little ladies at Walmart. You're sweet, and we got True Love.
Them ladies on them scooters at Walmart, they'll run over you.
Tell them about the ladies at the Dollar Tree at Christmas.
Okay, about 10, 15 years ago, I went to the Dollar Tree. Here it is, maybe 2 weeks before Christmas. This was like middle of the day. And I went in there, and there's like 50 elderly ladies in there. And, buddy, they'll run over you.
He said all of them had on Christmas sweaters. It had to have been a nursing home group. Yeah, he saw the bus. He said it was a nursing
vans, loads of little old ladies.
And they were buying, I guess, like their Secret Santa gifts or whatever. Carol Beth, how did Carol Beth cope?
Carol Beth,
she was freaked out.
Yeah. We couldn't tell Carol Beth everything. She's going to hear me.
Yeah.
But there's certain things we didn't tell her and certain things we did tell her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think everybody that I talked to kind of knew.
Yeah.
I can't really explain it, but yeah.
He told her as much as he thought she could handle.
Yeah.
Y'all. Done an assessment.
You're stripping.
No. Hey, maybe I can make some money. Oh, that was another thing I'll get back to. Remind me about bills. They did their assessment. I know, right? And Amy, her mama rides those carts, runs stuff over or knocks stuff down, and she just walks away and acts like she's not with her. Yep.
I seen her mama one time on her scooter, and she never recognized me.
I'm so blessed that she didn't. And for those of y'all that don't know, again, go and look back at some of my older videos. You will understand. And she passed away.
Yeah. And 4 days later, my mother passed away.
Yeah. That was heartbreaking. And I could not go.
I really don't think I could have handled, I would have to dig down real deep. At least if I lost her and my mother in the same year,
Yeah.
that would have been.
Annette was talking about she hadn't seen us for a while and had to watch our fixing to have a full blown come apart video. Honey, I never about had a full blown come apart on one of them nurses. I didn't know her name, but I called her Broomhilda.
Oh, her
Yes.
first night she was there. Okay, it was on the weekend. Friday night she let me in. That Saturday night I went up there to see her. She wouldn't let me go past the door. She had her strapped down, and she would.
We don't bust her out.
She was weird.
They were weaning me off the vent. They had put in the tray. Bye. They were weaning me off the tray. Or off the vent. And I did not really dated. We're almost getting to our hour point.
Keep on talking.
I had no clue. And you're putting away laundry. That was one reason why they said that she strapped me down. And then the other nurses came in there and had a hissy fit once they found out she had strapped me down. And I do remember reaching over with my mouth. I didn't have my teeth in, so I didn't know what I was doing. And I was gnawing at the strap on my hand. I do remember that because I was trying to get out of them things. But even if I would just shift just a little bit, where are you going? Where are you going?
Buy shoes.
And I'm like, I'm getting up to buy shoes. Of course, I'm sure it was just, but I found out later, once I was discharged, and I took all my medicines to my doctor, and I showed him what the hospital doctor had put me on. They were giving me an antipsychotic medication they give to schizophrenics and bipolars. I'm not schizophrenic, and I'm not bipolar. Yeah, no.
Nuts, but none of that.
In my neurologist said it was me coming off all that heavy sedation that anybody coming off of it, especially that long, is going to be, it's going to take a while for their brain to put all the pieces together. I'm still
Foggy.
Fuddle-headed.
Foggy.
I'm foggy. But yeah, have you got home help? Yeah, like I said, they did their assessment.
She's getting stronger.
But they found out, Denise, you were on the vent. Were you on the vent from COVID? I'm waiting for her to respond back. But like I said, home health did their assessment. They said Blue Cross, it might be up to $137 a visit. And they wanted to come 3 to 5 times a week. Like, there's no way if it's going to be $137 every time you walk.
I'm in the wrong business.
That door. No. Okay, she had a bad operation. Oh, girl, I am so sorry. I hope you're doing great now. But I found out Blue Cross, blessedly, will pay 100% of home health. And now I've been trying to get in touch with them to tell them, come on as often as you need to.
I might have to take a stick.
Yeah, he's going to, and they haven't called me back. The test was awful. I do remember that because they had to keep testing me. I had to have 3 negatives within 3 to 5 days of each other before I could even be thought about. Leaving ICU, I had to have 2 negatives. Leaving the hospital, I had to have 1 negative. So it was a step process that they had to do. And honey, I thought they were hitting brain tissue when they did that test.
Son. Whoop.
So,
And even this big old honker.
and y'all can just help me by praying for me. Anne Marie wants to know how they can help. She's asked a couple of times.
Just pray for us, honey.
Yeah, just pray.
Just pray. We get this. She might be redheaded.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all had no clue.
They did not wash her hair from
No, the entire time I was there, no water ever.
touch my look.
Yeah. Becca,
But she got more on top than I do.
Becca started crying whenever she did it. It had pure matted to the back of my head like a awful matted dog. She had to lift up some mats and cut it with scissors first.
Enzo.
And it was just like clumps that big matted.
Enzo.
For those of y'all that don't know, my hair was down to here with curls, and if I pulled it straight, it was halfway down my back. So imagine laying on that for 57 days, just laying on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for all your prayers. And I did never test positive again. And somebody had asked, can you get it again?
Yes.
Uh-oh, we're reconnecting. Oh, there we go. You can get it again.
We'll get technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're back on now.
Okay.
Home yesterday, but still in bed. Right side, arm, and leg you can't use. Oh, Denise. Hopefully, are you getting physical therapy or home health coming out? Physical therapy was wonderful for me. Yeah. And just even just a little movement is going to start getting oxygen back to those muscles. That's what they told me about. That was the reason why, like oxygen, but the blood flow hadn't gotten to, because the vascular surgeon said that that's why he was checking my legs. They kept calling him about my legs were purple. And he's like, everybody in ICU on a vent. And then they told him how long I'd been on the vent. And he was like, good Lord, you ought to be grateful she's alive. Don't worry about her legs being purple. So somebody's going to have, let's see, surgery. Let's see. Yes, Amy, tell him about God, please. Next week, Danae, you start physical therapy. That is going to work wonders for you. But while you're in bed, try to move, even just wiggle your toes or move your foot up and down if you can. Or they told me even just doing that with your hand if you can. Try to do and then you'll notice once you start doing that, then you'll be able to start doing that. You know, every little movement is going to help. And then your left side, so it doesn't get weak, move it as much as you can for sure.
Well, she about killed me trying to pull up her in that van. Poor Lord.
Once I had that other catheter put in through the ER.
They did not know how to handle
They didn't know how to get me in the car. Honey, he grabbed one arm, an orderly grabbed the other arm. That mean nurse grabbed my feet, and they shoved me on the floorboard of the middle of my van. And the lady said, oh, how uncomfortable. I'll run go get you a pillow. Oh, gee, thanks. Like, that's going to help. Here I am laying on the floorboard, and I look over and I see a half dried up French fry. Yeah, how rude, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but I'm so hungry.
I had stopped drive-through the McDonald's park drive-through before I brought her home.
I was dying. I had to have food.
This was like a Friday evening or Monday evening, wasn't it? It was a Monday evening.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I was. All right, we're almost to our hour. So we're fixing to close out.
Mm-hmm.
So thank
Hey.
you for the prayers.
Yeah, I have a little deal Wednesday with an ultrasound. I have been diagnosed with vertigo, and if anybody knows home remedies, let us know.
Yeah, he's been taking like motion sickness pills, and they have been working. But
I
they,
thought I thought the girls were gonna have to come get me out of the backyard last Sunday.
yeah,
I scared this one to death.
but they have found a spot on his thyroid now, and they tried doing his ultrasound
Oh, that Lowndes
Wednesday.
County swamp water we used to drink.
Might have been, but so he's got to go for his ultrasound Wednesday. So y'all pray for
Didn't
FATMAN.
Didn't call the heart doctor.
He's got his
Thursday.
cardiologist Thursday.
Yearly checkup.
Yeah, yearly
Nothing to worry
checkup.
about.
So love y'all.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Love this woman.
And we will talk to y'all later. Hopefully I'll be able to start getting back vlogging a little bit more.
Yeah, she's just gotta get a little stronger.
Yeah, and maybe at least once a week to begin with.
She still gets a little foggy.
I do. So bye y'all.
Bye. I think that was successful.
Yeah.